What about my love? Wasn't it enough? Just let me know so I can.
Let me just set it up like this. Danielle Hunter has probably been the most patient player when it comes to contract re-signings over the years. He's restructured his contract so many times that the Vikings should be happy that he is still on this team. Should the Vikings let go of Danielle Hunter this offseason? Hayden.
Yes.
Okay, we're talking about why is it
I'm sorry, I had to do that one just for the fun. It's tricky because what I'm seeing with the Vikings is, yes, tricky Ricky, yes, but it's like I see like them wanting to move on from the Mike Zimmer era with letting go of Eric Hendricks and all that, and then rumors of Harrison Smith, Danielle Hunter. You got that. Adam Thielen's gone. Like, you see that, but you also see him trying to hold on to some people from there, too. So, it's tricky. Is he getting up there in age? Yes, he is, but how many years are left on his contract? 1? 2?
I have to look up the contract details. Let me look that up now.
Yeah, because that's going to be important to my talk.
Can we just appreciate the way that you say every single letter and every single word?
Yes.
There's no slang when it comes to Hayden. He says how he means it. Let's see. Danielle Hunter contract.
He's up in 2025.
But he could be an unrestricted free agent after this year.
Restricted. Okay. I say no. Okay. I say you don't let him go this year. Get one more year out of him, and then just let like teams have at him in the restricted free agency. You just don't sign him back. That's what I see is going to happen, and I think that's what should happen because like with Zadarius out, he's your best pass rusher right now on that defensive line. And you're still trying to compete for the North with the Viking, the Lions. My bad. I don't want to talk about it. With the Lions, so it's like you gotta like decide, hey, do we just let the Lions like just run the ball all over us with Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, or do we try and keep them contained? Do we try and get pressure to Jared Goff? And that's what Danielle Hunter is going to bring for the Vikings. So I think they should keep him and then just let him walk in free agency. Don't even attempt to sign him back if you really want him gone. Just get one more year out of him.
Sore? What do you think?
The only way I see Danielle Hunter playing for the Vikings against if he gets the new contract. Like you said, this dude's been patient with Vikings for years. He's 28 now. He's in the prime of his career. He had 10.5 sacks this previous season. And even dropped off at the end a little. So imagine if he was kind of the same throughout the entirety of the year. Again, this dude's already kind of sitting out in camps. Man wants a new contract. Either pay him or trade him. So at this point, it's in the front office. The ball's in the front offices.
Yeah, and I mean, he came back off that injury, put together 10.5 sacks. It's not like the dude still doesn't get. Wasn't he doesn't he have the record for like getting to 20 sacks like the fastest or something like that in his career?
Potential, because 2 years ago he had 6.5. So
yeah,
I think of something crazy like that.
He's at 71 total sacks.
Yeah,
right now throughout his entirety of the season. And again, he's 28. He's in the prime of his life right now.
Mm-hmm.
Vic, what you think?
Should the Vikings let him go? No, because of the production that that he's been giving them. When we talked about contract, man, he's been getting robbed. He's made it just going through the years: 2 million, 9, 3 million, 7. Now we're not counting bonuses, but even though when you look at the bonuses, they aren't that much. So last year, in 2021, he made 10 million. Then they reverted back to only paying him 4 million for this past season. If you're a player who's trying to get paid, again, you don't have that much time in the NFL. He's already had since 2018, so this is going to be his 5th season. Time's only ticking. He has anywhere from 5 to 7 years left. This is his prime opportunity to get a contract. So, yeah, he's going to have to do what he can. He's going to hold out. He's going to let the Vikings know, I'm not trying to step foot in that facility until you come up to, a reasonable amount. If I'm Danielle Hunter, I'm doing everything I can to get paid. If I'm the Vikings, now making a business decision, we got to see where we go. Is he going to hold out in training camp? Can we get someone in who can fill the position? If not, if there's no plan to succeed him, then you stuck. You need to pay him. But for the Vikings themselves, it's a business decision. You're talking about you want to be a Super Bowl contender. You let go of Dalvin Cook. You're talking about you want to be a Super Bowl contender. It's a Darius Smith. Gone. I mean, you're letting a lot of pieces go, but you have a high expectation. I don't know if those two things will match up. If you want them to, you need to sign Hunter.
And somebody else, Vic, they're playing, from what I saw today, they're planning on letting Cousins walk as well after this year.
But what's the point of going out and getting Brian Flores and making these changes and then giving him nothing to work with?
Exactly. Darius gone. Eric Kendricks gone. There was rumors Harrison Smith would be gone. And now you got Danielle Hunter next.
At a certain point, when your team sees that, they're not gonna play as hard for you. They're not gonna think you have their best interests at heart. Everything becomes a business decision. Well, players are gonna start making business decisions, and that's gonna be on and off the field. And they're not gonna like that. So for the Vikings, should they let him go? I would say no. Sign that man ASAP.
I agree, and they're gonna be, and they lost so many leaders probably of that locker room with Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen, Eric Kendricks, and Zadarius is not a leader. I don't care. It shows he can be petty, but it's like you're losing leaders of that locker room. If you keep letting them go, you're gonna lose the locker room.
But hold up, Hayden.
You got that hate in your heart right now.
Is Zadarius petty because he wanted to get paid what he was due?
No.
But did Zadarius make a good business decision when he allowed himself to get traded to the Vikings?
And then, I mean, he didn't show up for half the year because he was frustrated with them too. So
he kind of put some of that on his own.
He did that to himself.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with Danielle Hunter, everybody knows how I feel about Danielle Hunter. I think I've said it once and I said it before. He's the next thing to freaking Superman by his physique alone. So, you know, the thing about Danielle Hunter, I've always liked the way that he played. I'm a huge fan of his. I just want to see him succeed. The injuries are a huge bane on his stain on his career thus far. But the amount of times that he's already restructured his contract, the amount of times that he's worked with the Vikings, just screams to me like I don't want to really go anywhere else. I want to stay with your team, you guys. I don't know what else is a bigger sign other than that for the Vikings organization to understand that this dude really, really wants to be there. I mean, I wouldn't restructure my contract 5,000 times for other people. Eventually, after a while, he's going to put his foot down. I think this is the time where he's putting his foot down and saying, I'm not going to allow this to happen anymore. Like, you know, when is the focus going to be more on me? And I understand I've been doing this for the team for so long. So, I mean, it's one of those deals. It's like, you keep hitting the dude upside the head. Eventually, he's gonna get mad about it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a glass that can only be so full at any given time, and his is pretty much overflowing. And he's saying, you know, I'm gonna sit out and I'm gonna see if I can get my just due when it comes to this whole thing. So, that being said, should the Vikings let him go? Either pay him or let him go at this point and let his career flourish somewhere else. And see if he can be healthier with another team. Just, you know, make sure that it's not going to a competitor because I feel like he's the type of dude that's going to make you pay for it. You know, especially a team that's done you wrong. It's like that friend that you just constantly do favors for over and over and over. And you're like, I don't mind. But those I don't mind turns into resentment when you feel like you're not getting that end of the bargain back. And then they get mad that you throw it in their face. Like, no, you know, eventually I'm a human being too. I have feelings as well. And this is a business at the end of the day. And you know what he's doing? He's doing a business decision for himself. So at that point in time, I'm okay with them letting him go. I'm okay with them signing him. I just hope they do right by him at this point in time. Because when he's healthy, he's a freaking force to deal with. Not just physique wise, he's shown all the talent in the world. So,
of course, he was. Hey, too evil. Stop it.
I would trade Hunter to the Bears if I got a first. I mean, you're not going to get a first for Danielle Hunter if he stayed healthy this whole time. and produced, that's one thing. But he's what, 28 years old now too?
Yeah.
Why would you trade a good player like that within your own division? That doesn't make sense.
Ask the Lions the same thing, please.
Well, the Lions are just being smart. They say they see a talented player that they're not much respect going his way, and they feel like, hey, he can pay dividends for them.
But the Vikings, they sent him in the division.
Hayden, you literally basically gave the Lions Brian Branch.
Hey, the Vikings gave us Christian Kirk. Not Kirk. Watson, my bad. I got the Christian messed up.
Cool.